This second portion, we're going to focus on setting up and expanding the blog a little bit, and also digging into the practice post assignment, which is due later this week. I'll walk through it in class, but this video serves as a backup in case you forget any steps. One thing you want to do now that you have your WordPress account set up here is click over onto My Site, which is up here in the upper left-hand corner. Click onto My Site, and it takes you into the main toolbar or update page. You also can go to your Gmail account that you use to register, and you will check your email account. You'll see a little email there from WordPress that says activate your account, and you have to click there to confirm it. So it confirms that the blog is now live. You can't publish to the site unless you've activated it through the email. So you always want to do that as soon as you set up the account, and then you're done with that. So go back then to your interface. Make sure you're on the My Site side. And there are all kinds of little tools down the left-hand side that can help you with setting up your blog. You can hit the Manage button, and you'll see some sub-settings here. One is includes settings, which is just the basic name of your blog and your tagline. If you wanted to add in, spring semester 2020, your headline here or site title is what you used when you set up the blog originally. There's also an area here called domains. If you wanted to buy a domain name or something like that, you could. Make sure you save any settings, anything you change to your site. And so that's under just the basic management tools right there. There's also other things here, different plans. If you wanted to go to a paid plan, you can upgrade it here. Site has things called pages, which are the sub-level pages in your navigation bar. Posts, which is where you will be posting things to your page. Media has all kinds of little tools and things like that in here, including all of your photos that you use on the website. Also, under design is a big one. You want to pick a theme. Theme is a basic design for your page. There are many free ones in here. There are some that are paid, but don't spend any money on them. You want to pick a very basic design, something like this info one, which is very clean, or pen scratch, which is very clean, a lot of white space, and it really lets your graphics, photos, and videos really pop off the page. So, Libre is a good one too. You don't want to pick anything too, colorful with a background, things like this, like Scratchpad here, or this one up here, this Dara one. Not very good design for us. But you can change those designs anytime you want. All you do is click on it and then click Activate. And you can also do a live demo just to see what it looks like as a preview before you change it. But you can change them at any time you like. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to post our practice story that's in our WordPress practice story assignment. So here's the handout that is up in our class week one folder in our class Google Drive. These are your training videos that you've been watching, all the steps to set up your blog and all that stuff. It has a little area down here that walks you through all of the steps to post a practice story, including a couple of videos, a photo, and so on. The photos included in our week one class folder. Down here at the bottom is a practice story that you'll post. Here's the practice story you will use as your first WordPress post. It has a title, an area where to post the photo cut line, excuse me, and also the story itself. So what I would do is just copy everything from title on down, and just copy all of this copy. Notice it has a little area in here that shows you where to post YouTube videos. We're going to give you a couple of videos to drop in there. Just copy it, and then you're going to go over to your WordPress theme here, or your WordPress page here, and you could go into posts, or you can just click right up here in the upper right-hand corner. So I'll click right, and it will take me into what's called the block editor. And this block editor has a basic title up here that you always start with, and then little blocks of copy that you can add in here. And add all kinds of different elements. You can move them around on the page. I'll show you how to do that. Over here on the right, it has the document information, preview, if you make some updates to the site, There'll be a little update button here, and you'll hit preview and see what it looks like, before you publish it, to see what it looks like on the live web. And then once you hit publish, this blue button here will light up. Once I get some copy in there, once you hit publish, then it goes out on the live web, and it will give you a little short link right here, and you'll want to save that short link. It'll appear in this little area right over here by categories. Tags are very important. You want to put at least 5 to 7 keywords on your story that'll help people find it in search. Usually you can find those keywords that are proper nouns in your story, maybe a short phrase. So for our title up here, we're just going to name it for now Practice Post. Next week, we're going to work on headline writing for the web, and I'll go over how to write a nice subject, verb, object headline. And click in this very first block editor area here. You'll see the little plus sign right here. And cut and paste all your copy in there. Just paste it right in. And you'll see these little blocks pop up and kind of some weird spacing and things like that. You can delete out this little thing, title practice post here. You can take that out and just delete it out. In this little area where it says post photo here, you can delete that as well because a photo will go there, and delete out all this post photo cut line goes here because we're actually going to turn that into a little cut line here once we get the photo dropped in. You'll see at the top here it has little tools. You can boldface things, like if you want to highlight Bob Smith's name and boldface it, italicize it. You can also create links. So if I wanted to create a hot link to DePaul University right here, I could hit the hot link button and put in the web address for DePaul University, which is depaul.edu. And I always pull the full page up like this so you get the full link. Make sure the link works okay. And a little tip, once you publish a story, always go back and double check your links to make sure they work okay. It's a very, very important step. Also, if you click on this little editor over here, it gives you some little options here to move blocks around and insert things. The one you'll want to use here when you import video and embed video code in here for the YouTube channels is edit as HTML. You want to use that. These little arrows on the side allow you to move paragraphs up and down if need be, which is really cool. I am going to insert a little block right up here. So I'm going to hit this plus sign. It allows me to insert an image. So I'll hit the insert image. It gives me the options here to upload the image from a media library or off my computer. And I've moved my Governor Quinn photo out here on my desktop. So I'm just going to hit the upload button and capture it and bring it in. And there he is. And there's my little block. And I've got my cut line right here, which I had in another block. Oops. And you can see I didn't do a good job of copying there. So all you have to do is retype it in. Governor Quinn talks about map grants at DePaul University. I'll make sure I undo the boldface there so it's consistent. And notice these little paragraph marks, you have a little extra space in between some of these paragraphs. You have to go in and clean that out. Your copy always wants to be flush left, no indenting paragraphs on the web. And in between the paragraphs, you only want one blank line. So you can just go through and kind of clean that up a little bit. It's one of the issues that we have with copying things over from Google Docs or Word Docs that we run into sometimes. You wind up with some extra spacing in there. But just go through and clean it all up. This is one of the things I do look at when I go to grade, is making sure that you've cleaned up your paragraphs and everything looks nice and stuff in there. So just make sure you've gone through and inserted those or deleted out those extra spaces that are in there and stuff like that. And if you want just a soft return, just do shift return. That'll take out the extra spacing. And see how it cleans it up real nice. So there we go. We've got a pretty good looking little story now. Always take time to read the story once you get it posted in here. Go through and read it. Find which some of the keywords in here is something you might want to link off to. Obviously, you'd want to link off to Governor Quinn's bio and things like that out of there. Maybe a page about MAP grants, since it's about the Monetary Award Program, where people can go and read a little bit more about it. So make sure you've done that. My editor's note here is kind of floating around up in this little box here. I'm going to copy it and move it down right here above my byline. I've kind of played around with the design here a little bit, and then I can delete out this little block up here and just take out the copy, and it's done. You can also realign things flush left, flush right, or center. So if I wanted to center my photo here, you can do that as well. You can replace the photo, and it's got all kinds of settings here. So keep in mind that you have a lot of options here to go back and change things and delete things out. So just spend a little time with it and take your time as you're posting this very first one. Okay. So now we've got our photo, cut line, and our story in, and let's say we've read our story. Over here on the document side, we see our taglines, and you'll probably want to put a few taglines in here, things like Governor Pat Quinn, and you can put commas between them to add them in. If you want to delete them out, just hit the little X. MAP grants would be a good one. DePaul University. And I would also include, college tuition, college grants. These would be keywords people would search for to find this story. It helps people find it not only in WordPress, but also in Google as well. You can also set a featured image here. I would probably pull in this photo that we just loaded up. This featured image will sit out on your homepage of your website. Something else that we want to do is we want to be able to add multimedia into our posts. You'll do that a lot throughout the semester: video, photos, audio we'll embed YouTube videos, graphics, all kinds of really cool stuff. And I give you on the assignment sheet a couple of videos that you'll post. It's down here under the posting to your site section. It gives you a couple of videos here. And what you do is you just open up the videos in YouTube. So I'll just cut and paste one of these over into the interface here. And once you open YouTube, the video will start playing. You'll pause it. And hit the share button right here. The share button gives you an embed option, and you can copy that embed code and then take the embed code into your block editor. Okay. And this is key. You're going to want to delete out this text right here. And then you're going to want to go to the HTML side, edit as HTML. You click on these three little dots here, the little mini hamburgers, they call it. And see how it turns that paragraph into HTML? You can see the hypertext markup language in there. Now I can embed that code, hit return a couple times, and when I save draft, probably have to convert it to HTML. There we go. I'll hit save draft, and then I'll preview it, and I can see what it looks like once I publish it to the web. I'll see it more as a design. Okay, and there we go. There's our embedded video. Notice I've got a little extra space in there. I've got a bad space there. I can go through and check those and clean those out. You'll embed your second YouTube video the exact same way, and then close that preview. Okay, so let's just suppose that we've got everything done, and our videos are posted, and we're ready to publish this story. We've saved it. You always want to save early, save often. Once you hit that publish button, now it's going live to the web. It asks you again, are you ready to publish? It'll be visibly public, publish immediately. These are default settings. And then I can hit publish again. It'll take a minute to update. And then this step is really, really important. Copy link. You want to do this instantly because this is the link that you're going to tweet out to your UIC Digital hashtag on Twitter. That's how I grade your assignments. I pick them up off of that Twitter hashtag UIC Digital. So you want to have this blog post copied. This is the short link for this specific story. But now the post is live on the web. You can call it up. I'll type in the web address for it. Hit return here, and There's my story. Bingo. And this shows up as the featured photo here. If I want, I would probably go back and take that out. But there's my post with my video in it and all the paragraphs and everything. So you definitely want to go to Twitter and tweet out this story link that you've captured right here and share it to that UIC digital hashtag. We're going to talk about writing good tweets for this class as well in the coming weeks. So that's the basics of WordPress and how to post a story to it in the block editor. Some of you that have had classes with me before maybe have used WP-admin, which we've added before to this URL to use the classic editor. That's now no longer available for free accounts. Unfortunately, you have to have a paid account. So we're going to use this block editor. Still pretty basic, very similar to what we used with the old editor in the past. So this is the new version of WordPress. And I hope this is helpful for you and we get your blog set up and we do some fantastic work this semester. Thanks, guys.